Yes. Welcome back to the Football Terrace. Man United make their first major signing of the summer. There's also been a bid rejected, supposedly, reportedly, for Badiashile. We're going to talk Chelsea and their need for a title. They have to challenge for a title. I've been thinking about it long and hard this afternoon. They've got a challenge for that title this year of who they've been signing. Obviously, we'll touch on the Ben Chilwell deal that has gone through. Maguire is now officially innocent again. Man like Maguire with his appeal. Lots of news to unpack on that as well. And then we'll interact with you, your chats, your super chats, your comments, your views. We've got a few good guests on. So I'm not too sure where Jem and Monstar are at the moment. They've got the link, definitely. KJ is with us. What's going on, my bro?
I'm good, man. Just chilling. Seeing all these signings go through for Chelsea, I'm sitting there like, this is not good, but you keep the smile going, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. By the way, everyone who's tuning in right now, nearly 700 people watching, smash the living daylights out of the like button for me. Please do that. We really need your support here. We really do. I don't know. Sure, we'll start with Man United because Chelsea. We wait for the Chelsea boys to get here to touch on that. But first major signing, Dean Henderson. What is the major signing? It is.
I genuinely thought he was going to talk about this this Eduardo kid. That Eduardo kid was signing. I thought you were going to troll me with that.
You know what I love about him signing? I did a little touch on him the other day in a video. I was like, what I love about that is all the negative thing. No youngsters want to join us. Yeah, Man United have signed a new contract until 2025 with outstanding goalkeeper Dean Henderson. £120,000 a week. And this is why it's a major signing for me. You don't do that unless you are serious about this kid's future. You don't... For the life, I've never seen in my life a reserve goalkeeper get put on £120,000 a week. This guy is the future at Manchester United, and he did have some big clubs like Chelsea chasing him. So we've had to tie him down. This is a big deal for me. This is huge. We should be celebrating this as Man United fans. What did you make of it, bro?
I'm sorry. Ooh, no. When I saw it, I was like, yeah, cool. I was expecting it to happen. But the thing that got me was when I realized that he ain't going nowhere. You're hella blurry, fam. Like, geez, what the heck? Yeah, focusing that. But now when I realized that he's actually not going anywhere, don't go anywhere. Like, he's not actually going out to get loaned again. I was like, yo, like, this is looking all right, because De Gea and Henderson battling out to be number one goalkeeper. I ain't upset about that whatsoever, fam. Like, it should be very good and a very interesting battle. It reminds me of when Courtois came back to Chelsea and they had Courtois and Cech, and they had that dichotomy going on. So I feel like after the next season, we will definitely find out who our number one goalkeeper will be in the future, and one of those two will end up getting sold. And I think the reason why the contract is so big and long is that if we do choose Henderson, to be the one that eventually goes, we can only sell him for big money. None of this cheating.
I agree, and I think, and if we do stick with De Gea, so let's just say this kicks De Gea's ass back into gear and he goes back to being the best in the world. You've then got a player like Henderson with his qualities on a long contract. You demand big money for him. You pick up 30-40 million pounds for him, one of the best goalies in the Premier League. And that's what we've got to remember. He was quite legitimately one of the best goalkeepers in the league last year. And it's why I say this is a big signing. Chelsea were after him, to name at least one club. So to keep him at Manchester United is big. It's a nice bit of competition. And again, there's a lot of people talking about Man United not wanting to spend money. When you chuck that amount of salary at your reserve goalie for the future, that shows just we're still going to pay money. There's money there to be spent. Otherwise, there's no way the kid would have been put on 120K. Jen, what do you make of it? Chelsea were interested in him. Reports are Chelsea offered him £120,000 a week to sign for them. Would you have liked? Would you prefer Henderson over Kepa?
Are you muted, fam?
Can't hear you, bro. I don't know what's going on. Do you know what? Sometimes what you have to do is go out and I'll kick you out and then come back in again, bro. That might work for you, bro. I'm not sure what that was. I got him to put earphones in because we got a lot of crackling from his line recently. But yeah, I mean, if I was a Chelsea fan, I'd have wanted Henderson over Kepa. He's a better goalkeeper than Kepa, in my opinion, already. I think that's what we've got to look at. He's one of the best top 5-6 goalkeepers in the league. We've got 2 of the top 5 or 6 goalkeepers in the Premier League at Man United now. That for me is really, really good.
Well, we definitely have the best number 3 in Romero now. You know what I'm saying?
We've got Romero's going to have to go. Like,
yeah.
I mean,
but you know what Romero is? He's the most chilled goalkeeper that we've ever had in our at United. First team, he's like, "Oh, cool, I'll do a job." If he's second string, he'll be like, "Okay, cool." Man will go to another team and sit there and be like, "It don't matter what I do, first choice, second choice. I'm still Argentina's number 1." You know what I'm saying? So he'll just sit there and be chilling.
Yeah, no, I get that. And he's been great like that. He's never caused a problem. He's never been anything along those side. Someone here said that the 5th best paid goalkeeper in the league. Yeah, but that's because he's the 5th best. So he has to be paid. Like, Henderson will get games. I think Henderson as well will play cup games. I think he'll play, if we qualify through the group stage of the Champions League with a game or 2 to spare, he'll play in that. I also think he'll play in some Premier League games as well. I think he'll be given, there'll be a few opportunities. But what will also happen, if De Gea has a couple of his sort of recent stereotypical games, he'll drop him. And that's the one good thing. Like, Henderson will come in and he'll be chomping at the bit. He really, really will be. Jem, there we go. Speak for us.
Hello.
There we go. We got you, bro.
Got me, yeah. But I've just plugged it into my laptop, and for some weird reason, it just isn't working. So it's the first time I've tried that. I don't know if I have to do something on the laptop or something.
You might have like that. Yeah, cool. No worries, mate. So, would you have liked to have seen Henderson come and replace Kepa at Chelsea?
Honestly, what a question. Anything other than Kepa.
What I will say this: it's the first transfer target that Chelsea have had this summer, which they haven't secured. So I know you've had a brilliant summer, but goalkeepers, if everyone else signed, if you had Dean Henderson in goal, you win the Premier League.
Yeah, but I personally, Dean Henderson or Nick Pope, one of them 2. That's who I would have gone for. I don't think we was going to get Henderson, to be honest. I think we've got more chance again. Nick Pope, only purely because of him being tied with you guys.
In the chat, you had more chance of getting Oblak than Henderson.
Definitely. The other thing for me, question for you 2 actually, if De Gea had, would have had a good season, say he had a season like Alisson or as good as Alisson, do you think Man United would have brought Henderson back as early as they have?
No, he would have signed a new contract. It wouldn't have been as much or as long. And he would have been loaned out again to somewhere else.
So is it the end of De Gea? Are they slowly trying to push him out?
Possibly is. Like, it's one of those moments in football where it's like you are now competing for your spot and your career, and that normally pushes the cream to the top. You know what I'm saying? If De Gea gets competition now in Henderson and still falters, his wrists are still flapping, like he can't make saves. Yeah. Then you've got to question, is his desire to be at United to win things? And then if it's not, then he can go somewhere else and refine that form, because we ain't really got time for him to try and rediscover himself in 2-4 years, just for us to be like, this guy's been washed.
And that's also why he's been put on 120 grand a week, because Henderson's people, and this is what agents are there to make sure players don't get exploited. They would quite literally be saying, well, we know De Gea's on the ropes here, 110%. You want Henderson to stay for not just the future, but maybe for the here and now. And if you want him to go and replace one of the club's greatest ever goalkeepers, you're going to have to compensate us for that and pay us that sort of money. And it's why Chelsea were able to manage to land Timo Werner, because Liverpool are the best team in the world. If they want a new striker to come in and play for them up front, that's to maintain. That means you think I'm good enough to keep you as the best team in the world. I want to become one of your highest paid players. Liverpool try and push it, and it's not wrong of Liverpool. It's their model of saying, well, no, you have to come in on X money and work your way up to being one of the highest paid players. That's difficult when you're trying to sign top stars, because their view is, well, you're bringing me in to keep you at the top. I want to be paid the same as everybody else. Like if there's a successful commercial team that I'm approached to go and join, well, if they're already successful, you clearly want me to come in here and maintain you at the top. So what's your best person on? X amount a year. I want the same, 20% more, actually. That's what I'd ask for. I wouldn't be like, oh, okay, I'll start with bottom and work myself up. That makes you're asking me to join this prestigious team. You must think I'm as good as your prestigious players, meaning I want to be compensated. And that's where I think Chelsea came in and went, we'll pay you. We'll give you that money because we think you're that good. And it always sways someone's head because it shows faith in them. And I'm really happy that Henderson's got the new deal. I think it'd be good for us. I want to speak about the Badiashile deal. Benoit Badiashile, supposedly a 20 million. Yeah, who? Great. Who? Benoit Badiashile. So he plays.
I've never heard of that.
He plays for Monaco. He's a centre back. He's a starter at Monaco. Decent. I've read, and I say that because I don't watch Monaco play the football. It doesn't happen. I don't even think Thierry Henry watched this kid playing. There, right?
we no one has paid attention to Monaco since that team that won the league that was doing the madness. No one. Like after that, after a certain man got sold, no one paying attention to Monaco. So if someone in the comments are like, "I've seen Badiashile every game," like it's amazing. Like,
this is, I talk about him, and this is the interesting thing. United fans, I see more crying today. Why can't we just bid? Monaco have supposedly said that they want a Martial-style mammoth bid to land him. And I'm sitting there going, yo, this is where I want Man United to say no to these things, right? I'll give you an example. So, if Gabriel made everybody cry because he was the best young talent around and we didn't get him, and he was 22 to 27 million, why would you be angry that Man United are refusing to pay above 25 million for a player that you equally don't know anything about, but you're now saying is of equal level to Gabriel? It doesn't make any sense. Like, imagine Man United go out and drop 50 million pounds on this unknown kid from France. Could turn out to be the best in the world in 5 years. I'm not saying you won't, but you as a fan know nothing. You literally, again, it's another name. I cross-referenced it with all the big Man United accounts, even the accounts that just publish the news. Not one mention of this guy outside of the last 4 weeks. So don't sit here and chat to me like we should be spending above 25 million euros on him when you have no idea how good or how bad this young man is.
This is how bad it is, yeah? Not even man who play FIFA knew who this guy was.
Exactly.
Like, come on, people. Like,
I remember doing a live stream and it got mentioned a few weeks back about this guy. And I didn't want to read the name out. One, because of my dyslexic brain, I was like, is this one of those words I'm going to read it out loud and it's going to be like a Wayne King or something? I'm like, I didn't even want to read it out because I'm like, I'm not sure who this person is. And then I researched him and I was like, whoa, look at this gangly guy. Like, he is gangly. Look, that's what puts me off, is how he looks. He looks sort of awkward. Do you get what I mean? He looks like a 6'6" IT, like sort of a support kind of techie sort of, like he can't, like he's gonna have bowed legs or something like this. He probably isn't. I've probably been really rude about him here. But listen, man, do you even think there was a bid, KJ, or do you think this is just more media shenanigans?
It's got to a point where United, I don't know if they did or not. Honestly, I don't even care right now. You know what I'm saying? The only man that I want to see a bidding for is Sancho. Everyone else, bid, no bid, I don't care. If you're holding the shirt in like a week's time, sick in it. The Avengers gas will be coming. You'll get your own little suit and name real quick. But if you ain't Sancho, I'm not really bothered if you.
Well, that's the thing though. If it ain't Sancho, you guys are a little bit worried because what else is there out there? Who is there? I don't see Man United talking about anyone out there at the moment. That's the problem, you know. So, like,
well, I said this earlier, right? I swear to you, Jem, I said this earlier, and I stand by it, right? It's making me happy. I was angry yesterday and I've had time to reflect and I've gone, I think that means something's happening. And their response today saying, COVID's hit us hard. It's not business as usual. We're not going to spend any money. She does protest too much, methinks. There's something about it. It's all gone very quiet. Even I just feel like there's going to be a big thing. Something's going to go. I hope Henderson's a big thing, right?
Messi.
I'm talking about like, can you imagine?
Messi. Can you imagine Messi?
Messi 7.
I don't know if he told this story online or where we were behind the scenes before we went live the other day, but I then researched it, and this happened when Arsenal announced Sol Campbell. Do you know how it was done? Do you remember? You boys might not remember.
No, I don't. No.
Yeah. Basically, there was no real talk. There's a few bits of wording. Wenger, Arsenal had a press conference scheduled. No one thought anything of it. Wenger walked out with Sol Campbell next to him. It was the biggest and most venomous transfer in the history of the Premier League beyond anything else, right? But beyond any other deal that you've ever seen, forget Tevez, forget like Gerrard thinking of leaving, forget Van Persie. This deal was venomous, and he got announced that sort of way. As far as I remember, like I went and watched some footage. I'm like, oh my god, I would love United to do it with Messi, just like press conference. Ollie sitting there chatting, just and then Messi just like appears next to him out of nowhere. Like it'd just be like, oh, what? It's crazy. Just break the internet and just Ollie, and then I'd love to see Ollie just look down the cameras and just say like, unlucky, and then the camera
unlucky
cut off like.
Yeah.
I heard it's going for 200 million though, isn't it? They were saying today 200 million. I thought it was going to be like 400 or 500 million for him. What's going on?
One sec. Someone said I've been brainwashed by the board. Yo, listen, I am brainwashed, fam. I just said the one I care about is Sancho. Doesn't mean I'll be happy after it.
Yeah.
The one I'm just focusing on is Sancho, and that's it. Don't worry. I know we need more than Sancho. We'll be coming there. We'll get into that. But
Rashford.
My focus is Sancho, bro, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
If Sancho's signed, it will probably be Greenwood because of the age and you don't want to give him too early and stuff. But if you say it was to me, it could be Rashford. It could be. I don't really care as long as we banging. It don't really matter, does it?
Here says apparently United are looking at Coman. Yeah, that link was around a few weeks back again. Now I remember that. I'm not taking it too seriously. I'm like, and that's the interesting thing. We're not linked to anybody at the minute. And do you know what? I was getting angry the other day. I feel like maybe we won't sign no one. And I think that's because I read too much. I spent too much time on Twitter reading what other people were saying. And I sort of sat back and thought, I get the comments about it's not business as usual, rare. But are we really going to be the only Premier League club? As if this financial crisis hasn't damaged other teams more than us? It doesn't make sense. Yeah. It really doesn't make sense at all. And there's people talk, the Glazers don't want to spend any money because they're just happy to be in the Champions League. If you make it into the knockout stage of the Champions League, do you know how much more money you earn than just the group stages? It's 30, 40, 50 million pounds more. Yeah. And it just doesn't make sense to me. Like something's brewing, something's boiling, and I'm back on. Do you know what? I had a little wobble, and now I'm back on side to say, I'm going to sit back and just kind of relax a little bit on this.
Like I said before on Twitter, and I've said to people, like the reason why United transfers annoy me is not because we get it done slowly. Well, it is that, but it's also the fact that we get every single step of the transfer window after transfer. We're in talks. We're not in talks. We're talking to the agent. Jadon Sancho's gone for a poo. He's come back out of the toilet. You know what I mean? He's on the phone to the manager. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm actually calm now. I'm like, yo, now that this is a nice little break, I can relax, focus on my life because it's more important. And then if I hear we're linked to someone, I'll be like, cool, we're linked. Our next thing I want to know, a couple of days, maybe 2, maybe 3, we've got bid accepted or bid going in, whatever. And I like the stages to come through. And by the end of it, I just want to know if we're signing or not. And if we haven't, we can just move on to the next one. Simple. So everyone, United fans, relax. We don't need updates every day.
Can we talk about a team that's actually signed someone today, if possible?
You're coming, relax, man. We're coming to you.
It's interesting. I can't find the tweet. I might have saved it. But there's a tweet out the other day that shows the average days into a transfer window that it's taken United to sign their first player, and it ranges from 20 through to 40. And these are the things where I started getting annoyed. But then I thought about something. I thought, hang on, go back to your own logic, Terry. How do every other clubs in that time period relate? So it does read bad when you're only looking at Man United in isolation. Whether that makes to know whether it's right or wrong is you need to work out. See the same numbers for the other top 6 clubs and then the other top European clubs, and then and then see if we're significantly worse or better. Does that make sense? I think that's the thing with those kind of statistics. What was he laughing at, bro?
Oh no, Eisen captain just made me laugh. He said Ali can't attract no one. He can't even attract a gal. Like that. I wasn't expecting it. I'm pretty sure he's got a wife and kids, bro, so he shouldn't be attracting gal anyway.
True. But he obviously did attract girl because he's got a wife.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
And that's a joke. I shouldn't be ripping it apart, but okay, good. Well done. Good joke. Leave me alone, bruv. Leave Ollie alone, as you get banned. I'm only messing. Go Chambers.
Yeah, can we quickly just go on Maguire since you started him at the start, or you mentioned him at the
Yes,
start?
we're going to talk Maguire, and then we're going to move on to talk about Chelsea. So I'm going to paraphrase here. Essentially, he's now innocent because he's going to an appeal. In terms of the way that the judiciary system in Greece works, it will now move into what they call a more mature court. So basically, it looks like it's going from a magistrate into a crown court, and whatever their equivalent is. It was something I didn't realize until a few years ago. You know, magistrates that can like jowl you and stuff. Do you know they're not legally trained? Anyway, yeah, I know. They're not. They've got no legal qualifications. So it's now gone on to that kind of court case. And what's interesting about it is that obviously him and his team are still now, they're really maintaining their innocence. They're saying that all the claims about the bribery are complete fabrications and lies. Nothing's been taken into consideration over sort of the stabbing in the arm, or something was injected into the arm of his sister. They're trying to defend her. They're claiming that there was no assault on police officers. For me, the way they're doubling down on this, and multiple people are supporting him, it's like I said yesterday, there's something that's not adding up. From when he was arrested to when he was convicted, for me, that's like, this is one of the sort of most recognizable footballers on the planet at the moment, who's been tried and convicted that quickly. There's been no real time to investigate the police department or anybody that's involved in the accusations. Have the witnesses even been cross-referenced? Do you know, has their credibility been challenged? Like, nothing that you normally see in a trial has taken place. So he's now appealed the decision. He's now innocent until the full court case is done. So I wanted to ask your opinion on this. One, do you think that he should definitely maintain England position and his captaincy armband while he's officially innocent and pending a hearing, or not? And secondly, does this feel? The more you read it, are you feeling more so that he's guilty, or more so that there's a complete stitch up going on here? What's your thoughts on it, KJ?
In terms of like keeping Maguire in the England team and the captaincy and stuff, I think the England team, I think he was right to take him out. He's got more things to focus on than just being part of England. You know what I mean? This is pretty serious. Yeah. So like, take him out, let him do what he's doing. I understand why United have backed Harry Maguire in terms of the captaincy. People saw the statement that come out saying that they're not looking to take their captaincy off Maguire. And it's kind of like, I was like, I get it, so I'm not really going to be too fussed. Some people are a bit annoyed about it, because I think to some people just wanted to take their captaincy off Maguire anyway. So this is like their chance to go do that, but they're not. I get it. For me, it's like, once everything's sorted, then make your moves. You know what I'm saying? Then do what you need to do. Imagine taking the captaincy off him and say you'll never play for England again, or United like, yo, you're gonna get we're gonna sell you this summer and stuff, just for him to be innocent. You know what I mean? Like, all of that just for nothing. So United are doing what they should be doing, which is backing their player, making sure that they're not coming across as they don't care, and the process will be the process. And then after that, you do what you need to do. If Maguire's found guilty and he's able to play football again, you take the captain's armband off him, you fine him, you drop him for some games. But then after that, you let man work his way back into the team. Same with England. You don't pick him for a few international breaks. Let him work his way back into deserving that spot. It's all about redemption. If that is anything wrong, if he's proven guilty, it's just business as normal.
Yeah, on a full trial, he's proven guilty, and again, we disclosed that you get to see the evidence. The bit that stands out to me is, if he would have apologized for the misdemeanor, for the coming together, they would have let him. It would have been basically let go, nothing. But because he didn't want to say sorry, because he feels he hasn't done nothing wrong, they rush through a conviction. That's the bit that's weird for me. Like, as far as I'm concerned, if he's beaten up police officers and then repeatedly tried to bribe them even letting him apologize is weird. You convict. I want him convicted and tried for it, because I don't think anybody, whether you're a Man United captain or not, is above the law. But the fact that the options were, say sorry and we'll let you go. If you don't say sorry, we're going to throw you under a bus. That's like you're arguing with a 10-year-old. Do you get what I mean? That isn't how a court system works. Jem, I mean, what's your opinion on it, mate?
Everything that you guys said, I think at the end of the day, he needs to be punished. You can't, the way it happened, you have to.
Oh,
Jem, what happens? The overlords. That's the overlords flying them out.
No, but no, Jem's right. Like even if he comes back innocent, yeah, he still needs something happening to him at the club because he's just brought needless mess around the club. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I keep changing my view on it. For me, if he's done if he's done nothing wrong, like, if he's done legitimately nothing wrong, then I don't feel anything should happen to him. Sorry, go on, Jem. What are you saying, bro?
No, sorry, mate. No, just cut off. I don't know what happened there. No, just saying the way it happened, he has to be punished. The story that was told about it, there's no way in hell that he could just be convicted and, penalised for it, and then all of a sudden just blow it under a mat. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Like you said, it just sounds like a 10-year-old situation, doesn't it? It's not like they've dealt with it in the correct way. It doesn't matter if you're a footballer or you're just someone off the street. You treat each other equally in them positions. Do you know what I mean? So it just doesn't make any sense.
A normal person like any one of us. And
yeah, exactly.
The same situation happened, and they just said, "Look, listen, just say so." Like maybe he did shout in a policeman's face. Maybe he did push a policeman. Just say he did that in the heat of the moment. Like, I suppose you've got to look at it contextually. That then people tried to kidnap my sister. You're not doing anything about it. Why you get off me? Go and sort them out. Like that happens all the time when people. Imagine you're on holiday. If they said to you, "Look, Terry, you're gonna go to court. Just say sorry," and they let you off scot-free. Or if you say you're not guilty, then they'll try you. Someone like me could just go, yeah, cool, I'm sorry, because there's no recourse. I go back to my normal life. No one knows about it. When you're Harry Maguire, I think he has to stand his ground. And what's going to be really embarrassing for either party, whoever loses this big court case, if Harry Maguire loses, he could actually be done for England. If he's done all these things and he's making this big song and dance, he's done. Equally, like, there's gonna be some head rolling over there in Greece, I'm sure, because they're gonna end up embarrassing themselves as like there'll be some real senior figures that are gonna roll some head on local people when they're doing that, because it's a tourist area. You don't want tourists being treated like that. If he's done nothing wrong, that is. Do you get what I mean? So it's a mad one, and I mean, but as far as it's concerned right now, he doesn't have I love how people are saying things like Maguire's not innocent, Maguire is innocent. My view is very much this. Like, I sort of feel like every time I hear a bit of new information, I give an opinion on if that information is correct. I think this, but I don't really have a full opinion yet because we've got to wait for the dust to settle in relation to that. Let's move on to Chelsea. I want to talk Chelsea for a bit. So you've made all these signings. Chilwell confirmed today. All but a goalkeeper you've now bought. No one thought you were going to. I remember when we were chatting about 3 or 4 weeks ago about the attackers, and a lot of you, man, were like, oh, yeah, but we might not sign anybody in like a central area, might not get a defender. You've done everything, right? I now need to put this agenda out there as in this. As far as I'm concerned, if Chelsea are not pushing for a title this year, it's a failure.
No.
What do you reckon, Jim?
No, I can't agree with that.
Why?
Only purely because we still need to sort that goalkeeping out. Like, that goalie needs to go. Like, yes, we got a centre back. Yes, we got a left back. Yes, we got potentially Havertz, Werner, Ziyech. But we still haven't sorted what I believe is one of our biggest problems in the team. Now, look, we conceded 50-plus goals last season, right? This season, say we keep Kepa. If we keep him and he ends up conceding 40 goals, 35 goals, that still worries me because that will happen with him. If you buy a goalie like Nick Pope, for example, who's going to probably potentially only concede 20 goals, then obviously, surely it pushes you more in line to sort of compete for the trophy next season as well. Do you know what I mean? So I think people need to understand that with a goalie that he does save you points throughout a season, 10, 15 points plus, with critical saves in games where we might be struggling, only winning 1-0. So and if you've got Kepa there still, it's Kit Kat fingers, we're in trouble.
Since Lampard has been your manager, they've not all been instructed by him, but in terms of money passing hands and or debuts made, £322 million has been spent.
Yes.
No one can spend. No one should be allowed to have that level of talent added to a team that was already full of title winners, and then have this bench of supposed academy generational talents and not be expected to push for a title. I can't. I get the Kepa thing, and by the way, if you get a goalkeeper, then there ain't no. If you sign Nick Pope tomorrow, for me, if you're not if you're on the final day of the season, if you're not in touching distance of winning the league, it's a failure. It has to. You can't drop that much. By the way, if you sign a goalkeeper, that's going to push your spend to near 400 million.
Then do it, because it's an area that needs to be improved. At the end of the day, at the moment, I just see us with the current squad that we got, competing for potentially second. Maybe, pushing for the title. I think we can push for the title, but I just don't think we can win it.
Monster's gonna be upset with you, fam.
No, he isn't, because I've told him this. I actually have
No,
from
he
day
ain't.
dot.
No,
No, from day dot, I've told him that I don't agree with that. I don't. At the end of the day, I'm not going to jump the bandwagon, because at the end of the day, these players that are coming in, number one, have full play of each other. Yes, they're world class. Might take a bit of time. Putting that pressure on them to go and win the league. Chelsea.
Yeah,
Players.
which players are world class in your team?
The players that we've signed are for me, world class. You look at Werner. Werner's world class, isn't he? Ziyech is world class. Thiago Silva. Look how many trophies that guy's won.
But that's also my point
World-class.
here. You were going to have one of the most expensive fullbacks in the history of football at left back. You've got a world-class centre-back now in Thiago Silva. He's world-class as an example, right? You've got one of the best young right-backs in the league. You've got Kante world-class. Havertz world-class, as an example. Werner world-class. Ziyech world-class. Pulisic pushing on world-class. That's 8 world-class players in your first, 8 world-class or highly talented players in your first team. You have to be challenging for a title. I'm not going to allow it to not be the case.
You're not putting that pressure on me, Terry.
No,
not allowing
it. Jem already knows the smoke is coming Chelsea's way this season, and he don't want none of it. You don't want none of it. It's kind of like, if someone comes for Jem, he's going to be like,
someone said Terry's adding the last 3 years of spending into this year. No, I'm not, because the Christian Pulisic joined and made debut under Lampard. The Kovacic deal was paid for during Lampard's time. That money has been spent on players to start it up. If Lampard and Chelsea hadn't have sanctioned the £40 million for Kovacic, he'd have gone last season. So you've reaped the benefits of that signing. You add up every single signing conservatively, it comes to a figure, a circular of £322 million from that. And I'm talking to the comments here, guys. It's not that much money. It goddamn is. Prime's with us now. Sunglasses on. Title challenge for Chelsea has to be, doesn't it, bro?
Don't do it.
Say it. Say it.
Based on the quality of. Listen, if this was the other way around, I would be saying that. So, yeah. My only thing is this, Terry, that I asked you. Why are you saying Werner and Havertz are world class? Why is Timo Werner world class?
Oh, Chelsea fans are gonna eat you.
So, the reason why I'm saying Timo Werner's world class is most Chelsea fans have told me he's world class. I'm taking that there, right?
Okay, cool.
Second element is this. I got told this year his goal contribution was higher than Lewandowski. Is it? Or close?
I don't know about that.
I never said that, but I don't know. I don't think so.
I've been told. But man got how many goals he scored this season? One of the biggest seasons in the world.
Werner.
He's in
25 goals.
30
plus goals. 30 plus goals.
I don't think his goal contribution is more than Lewandowski, because I think Lewandowski has like 40 goal contributions.
He's on another level. Yeah.
Goal contributions. Let's just go and take a look at this on the Werner situation, right? I know that you got him cheaply because of the what do you call it? The so I'm not really worried about that. I'm looking at his player profile here. I'm going to go look at his stats here. I've got to go look at them. Let's go to currents. Let's go to last season. Just want to have a little butchers at this. So last season, 34 goals and 13 assists. So that's 40.
All comps, yeah.
All contributions, right? That's a world-class football player.
Yes,
and he's doing and 28 goals in La Liga. Like, that's what if you had a striker in England scoring 28 goals plus getting 8 assists, then you'd be saying that. What did he get the season before that as an example? I don't know.
28, I think it was, or 27. So he had a really good record for the last 3 seasons, didn't he?
Well, last season it was 9. Season before that it was 19 goals, 10 as an example. Like, so it was big. He's got to that level. So I would say he is. Kai Havertz, and if Kai Havertz isn't world class, he's got the ability and
he's got the ability. Yeah.
He's there.
Absolutely top.
He's touching it.
Top level. For me, Chelsea have to be pushing for a title.
Is it world class?
Who?
It's who?
Is it?
Well,
no, because he hasn't proven it in one of the top leagues.
I think personally, I'm going to say it now. I think he's gonna light up the Premier League. I honestly do. His assist levels in the Dutch league. I know it's a Dutch league. For you jump on my back. It's mad.
Here's the thing.
If you can. Sorry, go on. Sorry.
What? I get that most people would say it, but I wouldn't. One, I want to see how they all gel. Two, we need to, like Jam says, we need to fix our goalkeeping situation and our defense.
I can't believe you said
Assuming
that.
they all, and three, Frank Lampard as a manager.
I hear excuses. I hear weak, pitiful excuses.
But here's the thing, guys.
They're not
Here's the thing.
excuses.
It's not
though, are
excuses, they're valid facts.
Surely
No,
you should be backing your man.
Why don't-
Like,
wait, so let me ask you this question. If you sign Sancho tomorrow, who's winning the league?
Well, no. That's one signing, bruv. Trust me, if we sign Sancho, Thomas Partey, we're not going to get Gabriel now. Upamecano came in, and
Grealish.
Grealish or Tagliafico or someone like that. I would say we have to be challenging for the title with that squad. 100%, because I said that in the end of the season. That added to the Avengers, bruv. Yes. Have to say we're challenging for the title.
However, there are most people out there who would say that Frank Lampard is not a quality manager.
Yeah, but
Some people
What
get
do
it mixed up.
you think?
No,
I mean, I've just
Your opinion. Come on, glasses. Tell us.
get your chest out, fam.
I've said we'll finish.
Chest out, bruv, and let me know. Come on, chest out. Say it.
You look like you want to fight me. I think we'll finish
We do
third.
blood. Come on.
Relax.
do you think we'll? Wait, well, let me.
I think we'll finish third. What?
Do I think we can challenge for the title? Yes. Do I think we can win the title? No.
That's the answer. Thank you, Jem.
That's what I wanted. That was what I was trying to say.
How are you letting Jem speak for you, Prime? What the hell is that, fam?
Yeah, honestly, Jem's a brilliant ventriloquist, or even Prime's a brilliant ventriloquist, or whatever. But listen, we've got fans that are going to join us now. Samuel's coming on.
Oh.
We've got O'Shea as well. Samuel, you DM'd me and said you wanted to ask question of these Chelsea fans. Go for it.
Yeah.
Everything, Sam.
I'm not gonna lie to you. As a Liverpool fan, I'm looking at you Chelsea fans saying that you're trying to play it down. We're not gonna challenge for the league. It's steady steps. 2018, Liverpool finished 4th. That next summer, we brought in 4 guys. Fabinho, Alisson, obviously Keita was pre-agreed, but he came in the summer, and Shaqiri. We were expected to challenge for the league from that summer. Why is there not the same energy with you guys?
Yeah, we have. I've just said.
No. But we just said there is the expectation, but we won't win the league.
I just said we will challenge for the league, but I don't think we'll win it. That's exactly what I just said.
So
no. The way you guys are saying it is like, oh, we'll just be thereabouts. But the way people were putting pressure on us was that we were either going to win the league or just be right next to City finished 25 points ahead of us in that last season.
No, people were expecting you guys to.
It's win or bust. No. I did previous shows. Liverpool spent all this money. The view was Liverpool have to win. If they don't win the league, it's failure. And I'm saying the same to Chelsea. With what you're dropping £322 million on Lampard's first ever squad. Plus, you might sign more. You've got to be at least pushing for this title. I'm talking. I'll give you a bit of leeway. With 3 games to go, mathematically, you've got to be able to win it. Otherwise, it's failure. It is absolute failure. You can't do that and we can't sit here and spend all that money. But no, we're just building. Do you know what I mean? It's nonsense, bruv. Nonsense.
And the fact of the matter, already in your team, you already got world-class players and players who already won the Premier League before.
Yep.
So what's the excuse?
They ain't got one. They're just. I don't want Lampard to have no pressure for Lampard.
No, you are right, though. No, to be fair, you are right. There's no excuse.
Don't give him
but it's due to the fact that Lampard.
No pressure on Lampard. Stop putting pressure on my.
Can I answer?
No, we're going to move on to O'Shea for a second. We'll come back.
Okay.
O'Shea, go for it, my bro.
Do you know what? Yeah, I don't feel like Chelsea are going to win or even challenge for the league next season. I feel like they'll finish third. Comfortably third. But I don't think they're going to challenge, and that's a flop. That's a flop. I don't care if it's your first rebuild. If you spend over 300 million in your first season and pretty much do a FIFA career mode thing in real life and just completely buy every player you need for every position, and you're not second, that's a flop, bro. Like, come on, bro, that's a flop.
It
That's a
is.
flop. We signed Van Dijk and won the Champions League the next season.
And Chelsea have everything they want. Chelsea fans have been given, barring a goalkeeper. And by the way, the guy you've got in goal is a £70 million world record goalkeeper.
Flop.
Don't matter, right? He is. And by the way, if Lampard's a good enough coach, you should be able to make him better, shouldn't he? Right. So the point being, plus, right? Plus, you've got the new Lampard, the new Trent. You know, the new John Terry in your academy. You've got Billy Gilmore, that is the best young holding midfield player in the world. But even though the guy had literally about 3 stone piss wet through, but with that as your bench, there are no excuses for you guys. None.
Yeah, you are right. And if Lampard cannot do it, he will be gone.
Damn right.
Listen, the pressure's on him.
Zach Lampard doesn't win the league. Prime has said it there. That's the real quiz. Prime
He won't.
Terry, I have said this before, no? I have said this before, no?
Bro, I do 3 shows, 4 shows a day. I forget.
That's true, because David so many times have said we'll finish above Liverpool, and then
but you know what? Yeah, at least with David, chest out is in full force. He might come up with wildness, but you believe he believes it. You guys right now,
but I'm not going to say something wild if I don't believe it.
But I've just
said, KJ, you're right. We're not going to say something wild if we don't believe it.
No, it's not that I don't believe it. I've just said we will challenge, but we will not win. What does that mean? That doesn't mean that we're going to finish third or fourth, does it? I just said
the only thing that I was trying to put out is that you lot didn't seem too easy with it. Like with the summer transfer window that you guys have, you lot should be confident. Like Kai Havertz, Ziyech, your Chilwell. Then you got Thiago Silva, who's a veteran. Like, you lot should be confident.
Yeah, it sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah, but this is what happened.
Samuel, you know what the difference is?
You know what it is? I'm going to quote Mike Tyson here. Like, everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the face. What Chelsea fans were doing in the prelude to the signings was excitement. We're signing the best players, the best this, the best that. And it's like, now there's actually an expectation. People are going to start throwing jabs my way, and they ain't the punch bag I'm fighting anymore. This is Mike Tyson throwing his right hand against my jaw, bruv. And I think that's what's happening. Hang on, Neats is in the comments here. What's Neats saying? He says, no, we shouldn't be confident. No one knows when we spend big.
Come on.
Sit down, Neats. Sit down.
Come on, Neats.
Come on and speak for your chest.
I feel like you guys are coming for us because you're a tad jealous at the moment because we bought all these players and that's what it is.
What I've said about next season
I'll say this. I'll be truthful. I'll be so truthful. I'm a Liverpool fan.
Yes.
Sorry. I'm a Liverpool fan.
Yeah,
so I don't really have like that hate towards Chelsea. Chelsea. But I'm only just seeing what the rival fans have said to Liverpool fans when they bought their players in. So I'm just gonna give the same energy to you guys. You lot, I need to see that confidence because if you get Havertz and you get Thiago Silva, this has been a brilliant transfer window for you.
Of course it is. We're not denying that. I'm not denying that. You know, we can't sign all these players and not be gassed. I'm well gassed about it. But I still think we need to sort the goalie out, and I still think that we will challenge but not win. But that is just my opinion.
People here in the comments, I'm a Chelsea fan. I ain't chicken. We're going to win the title. I believe, right? Shoot for the moon. At worst,
that's good.
Land for bro, it's shoot for the stars. At least you'll land on the moon. But you almost got it, bro. Listen.
Don't worry, fam. I know what it feels like. It's all good.
I respect that. Is David with us now? Where's his internet gone tonight? David, you there, bro?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
My camera's not working, but my mic is. So.
Yo, show him how it's done, Dave. Come on, back the
Prime, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you, Prime? You said no. He came from
what is wrong? What did I say?
You said Timo Werner is not world class. I'm sorry, I'm not having it.
No, that's not what I said.
That's exactly what you said.
No, that is not what I said. Because all Terry has been saying these past streams is Martial will outscore Werner. So how then can you say Werner is world class? That's why I was asking the question. And Terry came out and explained to me because of what other fans have been saying. So
anyway, Prime, why are you worried about Martial? Werner's outscoring him.
I'm not worried about Martial. I was just asking him.
He's outscoring him. I'm looking at
This is the confidence I want.
Samuel. I've been saying it. we're finishing second. However, City are finishing first.
Yeah, thank you. So look,
Mate,
David's saying the same.
Oh, what is
agree.
fan? Keep thinking they're gonna listen, Liverpool boys. These Chelsea man think they're finishing above. They think you're finishing third, bruv, behind them.
I'm saying it with chest,
No,
bro.
David says we're finishing
Game
above
week
Liverpool.
2.
David, Samuel,
Game week
David,
2.
Talk to David about this one.
Game week 2, baby. I'm waiting. I'm
Loves
waiting.
it.
Bro, if you even beat them on game week 2, I'll buy you a new bloody camera. Jesus Christ.
Terry, I saw what you did when you clipped me up. I'm now on LFC's Twitter like, oh, look at this kid, he's an idiot.
I know you did. I got the boys at LFC day trippers to
Yeah, Dave, and this is why the guys on the stream hate you talking, fam. Because you chat hella smoke, they get no repercussions on Twitter, fam. Get Twitter and hold your L's. Where you
You know what,
need to get
Dave?
them.
We're gonna have to. Let me
No,
not.
you can't do that. You can't do that, okay? That is strictly business.
No, get
David,
your Twitter
David,
and use your
no,
chest,
David,
fam.
don't come on Twitter. Just stay on Insta, bruv.
I've got a super chat here from Chloe that says, "Do you think the tag world class gets used willy nilly?"
Most definitely.
Probably.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, yeah.
I think
Again, which is also why I asked Terry, why would you say Werner's world class?
Well, I'll go back. The one problem with what world class is, you could ask all 7 of us on the stream right now to define world class, and you may get 7 different answers. So I think that's why it gets used willy nilly. Like what I think it is and what O'Shea thinks it is completely different to that of KJ. So what they need to do is create a clear definition, a metric for it, and then no more debating it.
We got halfway through
Quite
that.
clear. I think it's quite clear, bro. Liverpool's XI equals world class dictionary definition. No debate. There's nothing.
Oh, Shay, we went back and forth for about an hour with Liverpool.
Again?
What?
The definition of world class, Liverpool's XI right now, including Henderson and Wijnaldum, in the dictionary, you will see that XI. That's world class.
O'Shea, if they're so world class, why are you signing players to bench them?
Terry, O'Shea thinks Liverpool win a treble.
What?
Well, you're not telling me you're
no,
signing
not
Thiago to be
treble.
benched.
Sorry,
You're signing
3
Thiago to be
Premier Leagues
benched.
on the bounce. He thinks O'Shea thinks Liverpool win 3 Premier Leagues on the bounce.
I'm sorry. O'Shea, wait, you're telling me that Thiago's going bench? Tell me
And not
Thiago's
just
going
that,
bench.
he says they'll win a Prem and a Champions League next
Wijnaldum's going
season.
the other way, bro. Wijnaldum's going the other way. So how's he going to get benched? He's going the other way.
Is that confirmed?
Wijnaldum-
Is it confirmed? Is it confirmed?
He ain't going nowhere, bro.
He ain't going
Well, you're
nowhere.
trying to tell me that-
I just want to
You're
make
gonna
sure
have
everyone
Wijnaldum.
heard. O'Shea thinks Liverpool will win 3 Prems on the bounce
why you
and the
gonna
Prem and
violate
Champions
that?
League next season.
No,
No, you
you're
have
gonna
the
violate
world's
that.
best X. No,
You're
I'm not
violating that.
violating.
All right.
Okay,
All right.
you have the world's best X.
If you're going to violate me like that.
Wait, listen. When you shout over each other, no one actually can hear you. What was that, O'Shea? What did you say about winning 3 titles on the bounce?
It's not a violation.
I
You have
never
the world's best X.
I never said that. I said we'll retain the title and we'll probably win the Champions League next season as well. That's what I said. I never said we'll win 3 and the bounce. I said we could, but I never said it's 100% guaranteed. I said we're definitely retaining. That's 100%. Even if we don't sign Thiago.
That takes 30 years just to get 1. Ain't
Can't be
doing
winning
no
3.
3-peat, fam. You guys are still just like, oh, we've won the league. What do I do? We don't sign players because we're too we can't do it. Oh, what do I do? We've won a treble, but it happened last year.
Neat. So I need to ask you. So we're moving to Liverpool, but we're talking Chelsea. I think with what Chelsea have spent, they've pretty much covered every position. The amount of money that's been invested in the squad, there has to be a title push next season at the bare minimum. Otherwise, it's failure. What are you saying?
I think there definitely has to be a title push. What my issue is, is the expectation of our players. This is where we flop, right? Just because we spent so much money on these players doesn't mean they're going to bag. Samuel, don't you dare. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. But just because we spent this amount of money on players doesn't mean they're going to bang. When you look back at it, all of our best players that have come to Chelsea have been in the 30 millions. Hazard, Costa, Fabregas, they've been in the 30 millions. We're looking at Havertz coming in. If Havertz doesn't bang, I won't blame him. Like, he's coming from Leverkusen. It's a different ball game. Werner as well. I don't have high expectations. Of course, with the money that we spent, of course, people are going to think that we're going to, challenge for the title. However, understand when Chelsea fans say it's not an expectation of ours, it's not an expectation of ours. Point
There you
blank.
go. Exactly what I was saying.
Mad how
There you
Chelsea have fallen. Chelsea's expectation for 15 years was to win the league, and now it's just to play pretty football.
Why are you downbeat?
No, it's
Come
not.
be a bit excited. Why is it wrong with being excited?
No, we are excited, David. We're excited as you
Well,
are. You said
realistic.
you said we're going to finish second. You never said we were going to win it. I said the same thing. We're going to challenge, but I don't think we're going to win it. We're on the same languages.
Also, I forgot about something. Prime, how dare you say Lampard's getting sacked? No, that's not happening. That's not happening. If he finishes top 4 next year, I guarantee you he's not. He won't. He has a.
So what's the
David, I answered the question within Terry's parameters, no?
Oh, no, don't try and twist this on me. You said
no, it's not being twisted. I answered it within your parameters, no?
Prime, I was watching.
Yeah, clearly you weren't listening then.
Wait, David, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
If you lot get top 4 and don't win a trophy, you think Lampard is staying?
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't
know.
He's staying.
Sam.
No
How can you, Samuel?
David, show your face.
No, Samuel. No, I said my camera's not working. Samuel, did you have the same energy with Klopp? Did you have the same energy with Klopp?
Most definitely, because do you know what? We went to finals, and I saw Klopp doing something before. So I said, if he gets the backing of the manager, I expect Klopp to win trophies, and he did.
Yeah, but not straight away.
But
not straight away. It took how many seasons?
No. I said straight away.
No, Samuel.
I said straight away. I said the next season, if you don't win a big trophy, either the Champions League or the Premier League, I will have to be questioning Klopp. But he did.
Samuel, how many years did it take for Klopp to win his first trophy?
Yeah, Dave. But how many years?
No.
How many years did he actually get backed?
No. Don't change my question. Answer my question.
No, because your question doesn't have any context in it. It doesn't have any context.
Samuel, answer the question. Answer the question. How many years did it take to Klopp to win his first trophy?
4 years about.
Right. So if Klopp is this almighty God blessed manager, right? Why are you suddenly expecting Frank Lampard to win?
Dave,
win the same amount of trophies in half the years? It don't make sense.
Dave, let me ask you this then.
No. Now let me ask you a question.
In that time, Dave, how much did Liverpool spend in one? What was the max they spent in one?
In that time, all I'm gonna say, this current Chelsea team. No, he's overperformed this year. So if he underperforms, how are we gonna sack him? How? It doesn't make sense.
That's not answering the question, fam. I asked you, blood. Listen to me. I asked you, Liverpool in one window. What was the max that they spent?
I think they spent 150. 150.
Okay, cool. 150. You man are spending above 200 mil.
Yeah.
How are you not expecting anything, bruv?
No, we are
exactly.
What I was thinking is this. One thing I will say about Liverpool as well. I love starting these debates because they make me laugh. Right? You know, who's ever heard? This is more of a yes or no question. Liverpool fans say that like Jurgen Klopp turns like all the players he touches into gold dust or makes them all world class, makes all these players brilliant. Right? You've all kind of heard that.
Yes.
Then my view is this. Then why did he have to sell the squad that he inherited?
To be honest, though, we say that.
Yeah,
he's got a point though.
It's true. No, why
we say that.
He signed him.
No. Let's be serious here. Klopp is probably the best manager in the world right now. Do we agree?
Yeah,
no.
But him and
what?
I agree.
Who's better than him? Who's better than him?
For me, Pep is still ahead of him.
Don't let me start on this. Please do not let me start on this guy.
Samuel.
Nah.
Again. Answer my. Who's won more league titles, Pep or Klopp?
But right now, though,
who's won more? Who's won more Champions League?
Has no context.
David, Samuel's right.
Your question has no context.
Guys. We're going around in circles. Samuel's right now. Klopp is the best right now because factually, right now, I'm a better heavyweight boxer.
Technically, Hansi Flick's the best according.
Hang on, bro. Listen, I'm talking. Right now, I'm technically a better boxer than Muhammad Ali because he can't fight anymore. Do you know what I mean? Right. At the end of the day, like sometimes in life, you're better. Pep's had a better career than Klopp, But right now, Klopp is definitely better. There's no doubt about it. However, I'm just making fun of the fact that I love how like certain superlatives are thrown out against managers. Oh, you know, my guy never flopped, or he can turn anyone into a top class player. That isn't true. All managers got to go out and spend big and buy. I just like to apply the same level of expectations against all managers. Does that make sense? Like, if, for instance, Arsenal fans at the end of this window are buzzing about their transfer window, the expectations for Arteta are to grow them further up that league table, no doubt. It's why last year I stuck it to Arsenal fans so bad. They said they had the best squad, one of the best managers. They had all these players. It's like, well, then you have to be finishing third. Anything below that's failure, and you'll get ripped for it. What I don't want to hear is Chelsea fans buzzing about what they're signing. We've got some of the best players in the world there in our team, and then be like, yeah, we're happy to scrape fourth, though. And I'm not saying any of you specifically.
But I don't expect that.
Expectations got to go higher. And for me, title pushes on. And what I would say is this as well: Chelsea and Man United and these teams, people keep saying closing the gap on Liverpool. Yeah, you know what? For the whole season, we were far behind them. But look at the second half of the campaign. Look how it slowed down and things were closed up. If Chelsea and Man United, for instance, can maintain their second half of the season performance, they'll be there or thereabouts next season with Liverpool. Like, mathematically, that is an absolute certainty. And with the players Chelsea have signed, there's no reason why they can't maintain better. You know, imagine you had all the players you're buying in your team this season. Look at those narrow games you lost, or games where you didn't quite have enough to get over the line. You're not going to lose as many. I just can't see you're going to win more games, and by at least 5 or 6, 7 maybe in the Premier League. These players, there's no doubt they're too good, unless they're all Shevchenkos. If they're all Shevchenkos and Bakayoko,
what are you talking about? They're good players.
That's going to be it.
Or if they do a Torres and just die.
Excuse me. Again, don't disrespect my boy. Don't disrespect my boy.
Torres died, fam. He died.
Same Torres that won a Champions League.
Yeah, same Torres that won Champions League.
Boy, listen. People who die can also die while doing good things, you know.
Don't disrespect KJ. Okay, man.
I will disrespect. Torres flopped at your club, and he only
no. He's a club legend. Don't disrespect. Listen, to me.
Dave, you're a club legend.
The Torres that you put at Liverpool, was he the same Torres at Chelsea?
No.
Yeah, but
no. But Samuel, for the moment, I have to rate him. Just for the moment.
Do you know what I love? I got a great comment here from a Liverpool fan. So this comment here says, "So Terry now splits seasons." Do you know what I love about this comment from Liverpool fans? That second half of Liverpool's season, where they made a Champions League final but won nothing, they were all going, ready for next season now. Look how good we were from Van Dijk coming in. When Liverpool fans talk about their brilliant form, they talk about the last 2.5 years. So you included a 2.5 year period, half a split season, for how long you've been brilliant, but you don't allow any other club to say, do you know what? From January through to the end of the season, Man United turned a corner. In fact, from January till the end of the season, Man United were the most prolific and yielded more points than anybody else in the Premier League. We yielded, I think, 5 more than you. There's no way you can say to Man United fans, you can't look at that, because it was a turning point. It wasn't a run of 4 or 5 games. You're talking about a run of 18 football matches. That's almost half a season that we were better than you. Now, you deserve to win the league for the whole season. You were better. But all United need to do is improve their squad and maintain that quality in the second half of the season, and we can put a title push on. It's facts, but we want to ignore that because you want to pretend like it didn't happen. And trust me, Liverpool fans, everyone's coming for you this year.
Coming hard, bro.
Everyone's. We're all having a go at each other tonight. Trust me, Liverpool, you're the targets here. We're just having fun.
There's a difference.
Listen, I like it. I would take all comers. All comers are welcome. But let's see what you, especially with Man United. I always said with Man United, your team right now, your starting 11 is very good, but you need to have squad depth because your bench right now, compared to the quality.
So did Liverpool, bro.
So do you, bro.
So did Liverpool.
No. But do you know what the reason? Do you know the reason why? Do you know the reason why there's a difference between us and Man United? Is because of our managers. Klopp can manage it.
Wait.
We've seen it.
If Mane,
Klopp can manage it. We've seen it.
Listen. If Mane or Salah get injured next season, you guys are buggered. Where are your goals coming from?
Yeah, but that's true. And Liverpool, we've had. Hold on. Liverpool have had a very good run with injuries. Where not many of our players have been injured. However, still some of our players have been injured, but we put our bench players into positions where they can fill in the gaps.
This is the difference. If you had to play as long as if you had to go as long as Man United had to go without. And now I know Bruno wasn't injured. You had to wait for him to come in. If you had to go from pretty much August through to the end of January without 2 of your best attacking players, right? I don't think you'll win the league. Like, I mean, if even if it was your two fullbacks for that amount of time, I don't think you win the league. But the point I was going to make is, you're right. Man United do need better in depth if we're going to maintain our second half of the season form throughout the whole season. The thing is, as well, the majority of that first season, we didn't have Pogba or Bruno. Just adding those two into our team enabled us to do that. If we've got them from the start, and we do add in a Jadon and a Thomas Partey and a Tellers, I'm just throwing those other two names out there. For me, my expectation will be, hang on, if we did it for half a season with a much weaker team and weaker squad, I now expect it for the whole season. And if we don't do that, it's on one man, the manager. Because if you can do it for half a season and not a full season, that means you're not managing your squad right, because the players have the quality. And if the squad's then been made deeper, that excuse goes. And that's why Chelsea have a smaller excuse than even Liverpool this season. Chelsea now have the most, for me, probably outside of City, the most depth in their squad. One of the most depthful squads in Europe, definitely in the Premier League. So for me, there's less of an excuse. If Man United do well in this market, again, my opinion changes. If we've suddenly got a bench that consists of Greenwood, Van der Beek, and Jack Grealish from an attacking option, we ain't got no excuse to make substitutions and turn games around. None. But if we don't with Pereira and some academy player that's never played a game before, then my expectations change. But that's why I say with Chelsea, with what you've signed, for me, the sky's the limit. You've got to have those expectations, in my opinion. But
and this is why you probably seen United fans. You see me being more reserved. I'm like, yo, we haven't even started our transfer window, let alone talk about where we're going to finish.
Hendo signed a new deal. It counts. New player.
Shut up, Shush.
The clickbait is beautiful.
As soon as the window is done, and say United sign 4 players of a certain quality, you'll see the A back out. You know what I'm saying? You see the chest out high. And I'll be coming for you. But until that's happened, I'm just going to sit here, let you guys take the heat, because you must should be winning the league. Look at all your players. Six man in one window. What is that?
Exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I was told this Liverpool team is the greatest team of all time. So why are you suddenly expecting me to beat them so fast?
I know you look at those trolls on Instagram and you take that for word. It's real Liverpool fans will not say that. Real Liverpool fans will not say that.
May I ask a question?
I think bad Liverpool fans say it.
May I ask a question?
They do.
Final question, and then we're going to finish. Go on, mate.
At United, is Martial, Pogba, Bruno, Rashford, are they world class?
Pogba, yes.
Yeah.
Martial, yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Me and Bruno need to have a discussion.
Bruno, yes. I'm going to argue 110% yes.
Yeah.
Captain America.
And then, who's the last one? Rashi.
Yeah. Is Wan-Bissaka world class?
Who?
Huh?
Wan-Bissaka.
Not yet.
Not yet.
But is he just about a few tiers below?
Once he improves his attacking, then he's clear.
And you got a quality defense, yeah?
And I'm talking. He's a 21, 22-year-old defender.
Yeah.
Like, to say that, Pussy ain't world class yet. Very few in the history of football have been. Literally, Trent. I can only think of Trent Alexander-Arnold as the only world class kid I've ever seen in a defensive position in my life. So for me,
my point is,
you're prime.
No,
Why
are people asking?
I don't want Bissaka's world class.
No. I have a point to my point is, if you guys have world class and or quality in your squad as being just as good and not better than Chelsea throughout the season, then do we not also expect you guys to challenge?
So, two things. I've already answered that question. So, like I've said, two of those people you've mentioned weren't in our squad for injuries and signings for the first half of the season. The second half of the season, we beat everybody in terms of points.
I mean not for next season.
Yes,
we expect you guys to challenge.
I'm answering your question with context.
Okay,
so the point I'm saying is, two of the people you've mentioned that we've said are world class weren't in the Man United squad for one reason or another for the first half of the season. When they were in the second half of the season, we beat everybody on points. So if you add them plus more, why do we need more? I've just said about Chelsea. The reason I give you no more excuses is because of the squad depth that you've got. You can handle injury.
That's understandable. Yeah.
That's why I'm saying, if we make the signings, watch my energy be the same. I don't do bias shit. I'm the same for everyone. So right now, United have got a good first 11, maybe 12 players that for me could push high into this table. We get a few injuries. If we lose Pogba and Rashford for 6 months, like I say about Mane and Salah, United are done. We're not winning no league.
I'll give you an example. Remember when Jose's second season, we signed Lukaku, we brought in, who else did we bring in that season? Matic. Like we brought in some decent players, and I was like, "Yo, we're going for the league." My chest was out. We're going for the league, and that's what I'm expecting if we sign 4 decent players again. I'll be like, "Yo, listen, we're challenging. The chest will be out. I'm telling you. You want to hear something wild? Mason Greenwood next season, he will prove that he's world class at 19. He will, bruv. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Like,
How many goals? How many goals?
how many goals? Easily 15 in the league. Easily.
Is that world class though?
For who?
Greenwood.
For a 19-year-old.
For a 19-year-old.
Yeah.
Okay. To be fair, yeah, I'll give it to you.
It is.
And if you look at the position that he's playing,
Well, there's a comment here from David who says Aaron Wan-Bissaka needs more end product to be world class. By 23-24, he should be around that level. What's interesting about fullbacks is we've suddenly painted this picture that without end product in terms of creating goals, you can't be a world class fullback. Do you know that Aaron Wan-Bissaka this year I think equaled Man United's equaled the highest amount of assists ever in Man United's history in the Premier League from a fullback. Like Trent Alexander-Arnold and maybe Alphonso Davies. There's these 2 phenoms that are absolutely out of this world at doing it, and suddenly we all have to be doing it. This is grass is not always greener on the other side sort of stuff. People have got to slow down. It's like if you compare every attacker you ever have at your club, you hold to Messi standards, you're only ever going to be disappointed. There's a saying I heard once, and it goes something like, if you judge a goldfish's ability, if you judge the quality of a goldfish by its ability to climb a tree, you'll always be disappointed. Some weird advert. But it's true. I'm like, it's true. Like, I can't judge the quality of a pet fish by how well it climbs a tree. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
The fullback, first and foremost, is he a very good fullback? Yes. Does he have to get better? Absolutely. For me, if he brings in 5-6 assists a season, I'm well happy with that. I'm not looking at my fullback to be our main creator. Not if we bring in Sancho, got Rashford, got Pogba, got Bruno. That's where creativity comes from. Watch how Liverpool might change if they over the next couple of years develop more of a creative central hub as opposed to out wide. You know, if they don't have the workhorses in the midfield, they're able to cover the fullback positions that they're both bomb forward. It isn't that they're no longer good at creating. It might just be a case of don't need them there anymore. What you might actually see is Trent move into that one of those midfield roles and a new right back go in that circumstance. Who knows? There's a lot of talk about that, but that's just my view. Listen, everyone who's tuning in right now, nearly 2,000 odd people, please smash the living daylights out of that like button. Please subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification buttons. Make sure you go and check out Anita's debut as the host on that Chelsea show last night. It was very, 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 very
content.
Well done to you.
Yeah, it was very good. It was very good, Neats.
I especially like the part where Dave got axed for like 2 seconds. That's
very good. Nice, man. It made me like a warm feeling inside. Aaron is going to be taking over as the main host and the permanent host on that United show as well. And we do have a big announcement coming up about the Liverpool show very soon as well.
Terry, can I just say one thing to everyone in the comments?
Yeah.
All right. First of all, I'll say thank you all for being part of the community, because what's happening here, you don't see that on many football channels. How many channels can you say where you've got Liverpool fans, Chelsea fans, United fans, Arsenal fans, all the different fans coming together to give you, man, the prime, beautiful content? Nowhere, fam. You can't find it on YouTube, but here. So thank you for the support. Terry, thank you for giving everyone opportunities, because you want, again, one of the only man who does that for normal people. All these other places love to just have the little groups and just keep it at them, innit? So big up football terrorists, big up everyone. Let's keep it popping. Let's get to
and let's keep moving.
Super chat here for Neats, and someone wants to know: Are you Nigerian?
I'm Brazilian mixed with a little bit of Italian, babe.
You just go, I'm English. I'm
British. I'm Nigerian.
Monster says that Chelsea or Lampard will definitely be under pressure this season.
Yeah, we know that. Yeah,
£100 super chat to see.
I'm not.
And he should be.
She's not gonna do that.
Yeah, Anita, £100 super chat. You take off your wig on stream.
Oh,
and you get 20%.
Terry?
Who goes to me? I'll do it right now. Right now.
Terry will do that.
Come on, Terry.
If somebody wants to give £100 right now for Neats to take off,
Zane.
What I will say is YouTube take 30% of it, so I will give what I will pass on.
I want it. If it's not
Zane.
I want it.
£200 and there we go. That's a lot of money. you're worth more than that. Ain't like jumping in a pool.
Wait, someone said Jem should take off his wig.
Yeah, bruv, I will.
I'm done.
You're gonna pay me, bruv. You're gonna
Jem
pay me.
reminds me of. I need. Right, I was watching this film the other day, right, and I was like, "Rah, you know what? His hair is definitely like this guy." But I now need to get a picture of the guy's hair. All these pictures cut the hair out. have any of you ever seen the Goonies?
Are you gonna take the piss out of me?
Yeah,
right
it's
now?
what's it? Goonies is Hey You Guys, isn't it?
Yeah, it's too small. I need to get a bigger picture where you can actually see the guy's head.
Yeah, there's a question I want to ask about the Goonies, but not on stream.
What? How bad can the question be? Sorry, Jim.
Yeah.
No, but this reminds me of Jim's hair. Hey, you guys.
That is rude.
It's all right. It's all right.
Jem, don't have it. Don't have
It's all right. It's because he wish he had my hair.
I
He
am
hasn't got it
jealous.
himself.
I've got.
Why do you think man's going turkey, bro?
That's why I need the super chat.
Yeah.
Find my hair back.
Someone said Jem is Cynthia from Rugrats.
Sorry.
Yes, bruv.
Someone said Jem is
Say.
Cynthia from Rugrats.
Say what you like, brother.
I love you, really. Thank you for the super chat there, Tyrone. What I do like about the platform, though, I like how we can come on here, we can argue, fight, disagree with each other about stuff, but then everybody still just like gets on, and I think that's cool. Especially even the haters that are in the chat area. And big up everyone who got back to me yesterday on social media as well, because we had a bit of a spat in the afternoon. All got sorted in the end, but it was quite humbling to have a lot of people have my back on socials like that. So thank you all very, very much. But listen, until next time, probably be tomorrow talking Sancho or something. Some more clickbait for you.
Have it.
No, Thiago Silva's signing tomorrow. Official.
No, but
cool. Thiago Silva. There's always some content to make. There's always
And
some.
there's also Messi as well now because he's available.
Yeah. No, he's not. That's an absolute lie.
Oh, yo, Chloe Jenkins, yo. Okay.
Damn.
Well then. You need.
Chris Welsing says, "Yeah, man, that's not the question I was going to ask." So, okay.
Please don't tell me someone actually just dropped £100 super chat.
Oh no. No.
You see, Anita nearly had a heart attack.
George Natong says he loves you, Anita.
Yeah, all of them do. They all do, fam.
I always try to put out nice comments for everybody, like every now and then. I saw one earlier calling Goat the Prime, Prime the Goat. I get that one out. It's hard.
Terry. That's my burner account. So
Prime probably gets the least amount of compliments out of everybody, but I suppose that's because he's wearing glasses indoors. Like that, people just switch off, don't they?
This is the third time I've wore glasses indoors.
Yeah,
mate, you're lucky Amiros didn't show up tonight. He would have had you.
Nah. You see, Amiros is here. Terry. No, I was streaming on Twitch for like 6 hours. I'm sure Amiros is in the comments.
He was watching you, bro.
He doubled your viewers. See, that's a joke based on what he said, as opposed to my opinion. Come on, Prime, laugh, bruv. Come on.
It's not funny. Yeah, but I don't find it funny, Terry.
It is funny.
Oh, okay.
Wait, everyone,
it's not life out loud funny. But
I'm going to
take my glasses off, Jen.
I need to give you. I'm going to quote something Irish to you now. You are minus crack when you act like that, so don't be minus crack.
Okay.
Come on.
If someone puts in £100 super chat, I'll break my glasses.
No.
Ray-Bans,
We've already seen that. We've already seen that.
Prime, because I'm not giving you money. You're not one of my staff, so.
Okay. I see how it is, Terry. I see how it is.
Yeah, it's true. It's because you're Irish. She's English.
Apparently I look like Killmonger. Yo, I look like Michael B. Jordan. Yo, fam, I'll take it.
Hang on.
Wait, that's what someone said in the chat.
Who said it? KJ, who said it?
Yo, you look like an anemic. You look anemic. Like when someone's been on drugs for 5 years ago. What he looked like in Hollywood, now he's on drugs. That's KJ. And
wait, now listen. I'm Michael B. Tech Jordan, fam. I'll take it.
KJ, you're a B Tech. You're a B Tech.
Yeah, yo, you know how sexy Michael B. Jordan is? I'm happy.
You know what? Michael B. Jordan's body in the Creed films, I can't help but look at. I'm just like, that is perfection. And I know a lot of young guys like, no, don't say that, bruv. Now trust me, when you get a bit older, you're more comfortable in your sexuality. I could look at him. Like,
he's Michael C. Jordan.
Chris Welsing says, "Leave Prime alone. His shades are dope."
They're dope.
That's cool.
No, just looking. I don't think he's cute. I think he's sexy, fam. That's what it is.
There we
Yeah,
go.
KJ's looking at his back off. That's it.
Do you know what? When you really say things like back off, we just don't suit you.
We're not going into that conversation.
Prime, you look like you're going to a rave, bruv. That's what you look like. You've got your glasses on like you're going out for a rave somewhere.
I need to say it's so bad. No, it doesn't. I can't say that. I'll probably get cancelled if I say that.
After the stream, Terry. After the stream.
I don't know how acceptable it is, but listen, everyone who's tuned in, thank you. Take care.
I don't know what it is.
God bless. And I'll see you all again very, very soon. Peace.